Hi, welcome back everybody, and today on the channel we're going to give you a full resort tour of Disney's Caribbean Beach Resort here at Walt Disney World Resort in Florida. I started this morning at Hollywood Studios and hopped on the Skyliner and came on over here. And so we're going to go ahead and kind of start and finish right here and kind of give you the walking tour. We didn't stay in a room, so I don't have a room tour for you, but we'll be able to show you the grounds and some of the features and the advantages of it. It is a moderate resort here at Walt Disney World, and one of its advantages is it does have this Skyliner station right here, and you also can access it from the other end of the resort over by the Riviera as well. So first thing first though, there is a Joffrey's coffee stand right up here outside the Skyliner station, and so we're going to get us some coffee and then get started. And just like that, we have our cold brew. So let's take a walk. So the Skyliner station is right here along with Joffrey's Coffee, and then of course we're here. So what we're going to do today more or less is show you all of this around the lake. And so we'll kind of walk the lake, we'll take you inside, show you the dining and some of their options and things like that. So we're going to start there today and go to Old Port Royale. They do a great job with the tropical vibe, just through the trees, the foliage, and then of course the style and architecture of the building. This is one of Disney's largest resort. It has multiple drop-offs if you ride bus transportation, but know where you're staying, what neighborhood you're staying in, and so what it's close to. And if you're not familiar with any of that, that's where having a travel agent comes in and come in handy, because they can make recommendations like that. Therese and I are travel agents, so if you are interested in that, we would be more than happy to help you with anything of that nature. Now we just crossed the road. Well, I'm trying to take you to Port Royale right off the bat. I wanted to show you that sign right there because we're headed here. And one of the things that's important is to know which neighborhoods are close to what, and so whatever fits your family. So we've crossed sides of the road here, and as you see, as you kind of have a good view out over the lake here, you'll see they have a little beach section right there. You can see the Riviera off in the distance, as well as Port Royale, which is where we're going. And then I'll show you right where we came from. That big station right over there, obviously, is the Skyliner. So that's how far we've made it so far. We're fixing to just kind of enjoy the day here. It's a little warm, hence the cold coffee. I had to do a little work this morning myself. We are entering the Barbados section, neighborhood, I guess you would call it. And outside of the main pool up at Old Port Royale, they have a beach right here with hammocks and chairs you kind of sit on and overlook water. But they also have these smaller pools, and I'm gonna see if anybody's in here. If not, we'll take a quick look around. I see a couple people, so we're not getting too far. But they are what they would call a quiet pool. And these quiet pools do not have a lifeguard on duty, so that's something to think about if you have a concern with the kids. But as you can see, it's 11:20 and it is not busy at all here, so that's why they would call it a quieter pool. There are a number of these pools around the property, so that's a good option to have, so you don't have to walk or make the trek up to the main area if you prefer a little bit quieter. However, they don't necessarily have food or a bar or anything like that at all of them, so that's something you would need to consider as well if you're planning on hanging out at the pool. So we are finally about to leave the Barbados section. Show you a quick view of kind of where we've came from. We crossed that bridge that's way back there and made this walkway down the path here. You can see a nice sized beach over there with more hammocks and a few chairs. But we're fixing to go to the main lobby, food, pool, all that stuff, which is all called Old Port Royale. And as we enter the Old Port Royale area, the first thing you see, nice white sand area here. Have some shade from the trees. Man, if that hammock had a little shade over it right now, I think I would go ahead and take a break. And right away, you'll run into the pool area. You can't really see much of the pool from here. Its daily operating hours are 10 a.m. to 11 p.m. They have a hot tub right there. There's people in it, so I'm not gonna show you that for too long, but they have plenty of chairs around the hot tub area as well. and not just chairs, but umbrellas for shade. So the pool is quite busy today, and we've kind of just walked around it right here. So I'm not obviously going to show too much of it, but I did want to kind of give you just a brief show. There is a slide that you can walk up the steps there. Actually, a couple of them, a kind of a play area, a zero entry pool right there. And before we go inside, we're going to take this little left right here that is behind the pool and show you the island here at Caribbean Beach that is called Caribbean Cay. And it is just kind of a little walkway, a nice shady spot, a quiet spot. It is open from sunrise to sunset, so depending on what time of year. There is a little bit of area to play as well, and in order just to relax, just enjoy the scenery. Again, we have a couple more hammocks right here over a sandy beach area. You already hear the wildlife, the birds. We're just gonna walk around it. I know you'll see, in fact, if you look, I don't know if you can see it very well, all the way across the lake over there, they have a boat, it's a party barge, and they fish out of here a lot on their fishing excursions with Disney. That's kind of, the water's fairly clear. I was looking to see if maybe you could see any fish or bass or something like that. I don't see any, but I was watching the other day and saw them catch quite a few over there in that corner where they're at by the Riviera. As we turn here, you'll see they have artificial grass right here, plenty of chairs just to kind of lay out, overlook the lake. And then this would be their stand to get additional things out. But here's the view right now. You don't hear a lot from the pool back there. It's just super relaxing. Just kind of overlook everything, take it all in. Yeah, it's a nice peaceful spot to kind of hide and relax. Alas, we must continue on with our tour, and so we're going to continue to make our way around here. And if the parents are looking to relax while the kids have something to do, right next to that area, that's where I just sat for a minute. You can see the grade and the slope for the view. Right next to it is a play area for the kids to go play and do something. I even love all the just the decoration they have here. I say the decoration, but the theming, the cannons that are overlooking the water, protecting their island. And then off here on the other side is actually a second side to it. It almost has these kind of cabana-like structures. Just a place for two people to sit. I'm sure that would be amazing. I'll have to bring Therese over here one day. Maybe just sit, grab a quick dinner. We bring it over here, sit, and just kind of enjoy the sunset. Kind of a gazebo style place to sit and enjoy if you had more than two. And so yeah, so that was about it. Caribbean Cay. If you can find it, great spot. Highly recommend if you stay here to take at least one walk around it. And then of course we're headed right back over there, which is the main Port Royale pool area. All right, so that's where we entered Caribbean Cay. We're fixing to cross the bridge right back here by the pool. See, almost all the boats are out right now, but the main thing is overlooking the Riviera. I plan on getting us over there in a few minutes. Also overlooking the water right here is the restaurant, Sebastian's Bistro. We're not going to go in there today, but I'll give you a quick look at their menu. It is served family style. You see it's $38 for those over 10 and $20 for those under. It's a Caribbean style theme dining, and we've heard a lot of good things about it. We just haven't happened to get over here yet, so it's something we're gonna have to do. And then right next to Sebastian Bistro is the Cabana Banana. I would stop here. This is actually a favorite pool bar of mine. They typically have good drinks. It's shade. They have sand, so it's a festive atmosphere. And here it's right next to the pool, but unfortunately, I'm still sipping on my coffee today, so I'm gonna pass it up right now as we make our way inside. Also next to it is a drink station. So if you have your refillable mugs, it's right there next to the pool as well. As we come around the back here, you'll see we're at the back entrance. We're at the back entrance of the old Port Royale lobby, and you can see its theming as well. I love tile work, and it's always amazing to me just to kind of look at it and imagine how it was done, the fountain. But we're going to enter Old Port Royale. And as we step inside here, I gotta get my sunglasses off so I can see. Right away you hear just kind of the Caribbean style music. To your left, is the front desk and the lobby if you need that. Right over here to the left of the desk, they have a TV going, a place for your kids to sit while they keep them entertained while you deal with whatever it is you need at the front desk. They have a Disney Vacation Club stand right there. The Calypso Trading Post, which is their store. We'll take a quick walk around here for you just so you can kind of see what they have to offer. Of course, everything, or a lot of the things they offer here is going to be, you know, Caribbean themed. Plenty of shirts, have Crocs there, lots of ears. You pick up a variety of drinks, cold drinks, beverages, alcoholic beverages if you need. They also have bottles of wine over here if you need that. Plenty of snacks here for the room, for the kiddos, or to take to the parks with you, whatever you need. They have their nice wall of water bottles, coffee mugs. So yeah, but your basic Disney shop with a little island flair. So we're going to get on out of here and make our way over to the food. Their food option is called Centertown Market. I'm going to show you their quick service real quick, which is Centertown Market. I'm going to be honest with you, this is not my favorite resort for food. They do have mobile order. This is your mobile order pickup station right here. They have your condiments, microwaves, all that stuff you would need there, utensils, the Disney style fountain if you want that. So we're going to leave the Centertown Market area, head back to the main part of the lobby here. This is where we came in a while ago. And I'm going to walk out the front real quick. This is where you would go for to catch a bus. It's just the front of the resort, the front of the main lobby area. So we'll show you that. Also, if you do have a fuel rod, they have those stations right here. So those things can sometimes be hard to find, but it is inside the main entrance here at Caribbean Beach at Old Port Royale. And so this is where your drop-off would be if you had to drop off any luggage, pick up, bell services, anything like that. So we're going to go ahead and head back on inside, go out the back of the lobby here, and continue our tour around the lake. And as we exit the backside here, I just wanted to show you, they have a sign showing you some of the recreation activities that they have, things that are going on here. See, they have poolside activities for an hour and a half every day from 1 to 2:30. They do a under the seashell painting, Mickey tie-dye. Some of these things do cost extra. Either campfire nightly. So yeah, just show you the different things they have there. The movie tonight starts at 8:30. Fire is from 6:30 to 7:30. And then of course you can see, I said something about fishing trips earlier. You see they start at $235 for a 2-hour trip, $455 for 4, up to 5 guests. And if you've ever been to Epcot, you saw those bird boxes that are up there that look very similar to that. There's just a bunch more of them. Those are for purple martin. So here's a sign telling you a little bit about them. This actually started back in 2005 when Disney hosted just 6 pairs of purple martins, and then with the addition of new sites, nesting sites, monitoring and maintenance, they have over 100 pair of birds and hundreds of chicks hatched each year. In addition to purple martins live here at Caribbean Beach. There are also many purple martin colonies across the Disney World resorts and parks. So that kind of gives you a little bit of history. So now I believe we are in the Martinique section. Here's the fire pit. They have a volleyball net out there if you wanted to get a volleyball and play some sand or beach volleyball. And then I'm going to bounce over here. We're going to actually cut through one of these neighborhoods so that you can see kind of what it looks like, because they're a lot more in depth in terms of the number of rooms or buildings in each one and what you just kind of see from the lake there walking it. We're not going to go through each and every neighborhood, but just to kind of show you some of the things each offers. If you look right over there they have some benches with umbrellas over them for shade. And like I said earlier, each one also has its own bus stop. So each neighborhood with its own bus stop there, you can see it'll direct you there. Number of buildings. You can see a bus moving over there so you can see how far the main road is away. We're going to make our way right on around here. And then of course right here around the corner, Another one of those quote quieter or smaller pools right there. We're not going to go in there because there's a lot more people at that one than there was the first one. But like I said, each neighborhood kind of has its own little small pool if you don't want to adventure all the way up to Port Royale. Really enjoy the quiet pools, not just at this one, but really at all the properties. Not everybody has kids, and you know, not everybody wants that high energy atmosphere of pools all the time that you can sometimes get, especially when there's a pool with a lot of kids. And sometimes we enjoy, you know, being at those pools and being in the atmosphere, but a lot of times you just want to lay back and relax. You know, these pools are really good for that as well. And meanwhile, I'm just sitting here talking. We've made it really to the last kind of neighborhood here before we end up going into the Riviera for a minute. So as you can see from the sign right here, if you want to go to Aruba, which is, we are here. If you want to go to Aruba, you have to track all the way in front of the Riviera to get to the other side of the lake where you return to Aruba and Caribbean Beach. So it is a Disney Vacation Club resort, but and it's one of our favorite resorts here on property. Not only because it's one of the newer ones, but just because it's really, at the end of the day, a smaller hotel. It's kind of got a more personable atmosphere. The artwork in there is amazing. All of the food, from Topolino's up on the top, which is their signature dining experience, all the way down to Primo Piatto for quick service, really has some unique and good food. So we're fixing to cross through that. And if you haven't, if you're interested in the Riviera Resort, I do have a resort tour of it as well. I will leave that in the link below. And just like that, we've made it across Riviera and to their own Skyliner station that they have that connects to Riviera. But one of my favorite tips, if you're staying at Caribbean Beach, this is something that we like to do quite often, is to request a room in the Aruba section, which is literally right here in part of Caribbean Beach next to this Skyliner Resort. The other thing that we'll do is we'll walk right back over to the Riviera and take advantage of their quick service and food options, as well as coffee, because they have their own, they have Joffrey's, but they also have their own Riviera blend coffee there. So just to kind of give you an updated track of where we've been at this point, is when we got off, we started here at the Disney Skyliner, crossed right there, came up through Old Port Royale. We've come all the way up through Martinique, crossed the Riviera Resort, and made it all the way around here. So as you can see, we really just have this long Aruba section, then Jamaica, and we'll pretty much be done with our tours. Aruba does also have its own pool. I don't know if you can see the green umbrellas in the distance, but like every other section, they have their hammocks, their chairs, and their beach area. Now we're getting a lot closer, overlooking Port Royale again. Right over here is the island we were on earlier. So you can kind of see those chairs still sitting over there. We're gonna walk through Jamaica. It has its own quiet pool also, so there's nothing really new to show you other than it's just a different neighborhood there. And we're gonna wrap on up. So one last thing here before we wrap it up. If you look right now, this bridge takes you back across to Caribbean Cay, which is the island from the other side. If we continue on, you see Jamaica, which is the only one we haven't been to yet. And then the pink buildings right there are Aruba. So if you want to take a shortcut through Caribbean Cay, you go right there, and that would get you to Old Port Royale a lot quicker than the hike around the lake again. Again, thank you so much for coming along with me on this tour. I'm fixing to go hop back on the Skyliner and go find my wife and see if she's ready to eat some lunch. So y'all have a great day, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye.